Am I the a-hole for faking sleeping all night to see if my wife is lying? The past couple of months, my wife has been complaining about our cats. She's been claiming that the cats wake her up constantly and that she's frustrated every night that she has to get up and open the door for the cats, or the cats keep making noises, or the cats keep jumping on her. It got to the point where she started saying she wants me to get rid of them. I told her I've never seen or heard any of this, but she claims I sleep through it all. She kept telling me she was getting less and less sleep and kept acting aggressive, blaming lack of sleep from the cats, and that if I didn't get rid of them, she'd leave me. I legitimately started considering giving the cats to my sister, until I noticed something. One morning she claimed she had gotten up multiple times throughout the night to help the cats. She listed a bunch of times. I thought it was weird, because I had been up until 4 a.m., and she claimed that she got up at 1 a.m. to open the door for them, and a few times around 3 a.m. because they were meowing and jumping on her. I was in the bedroom the entire time while she slept, and I know none of that happened. Things weren't adding up, so I decided to run a test. I waited until she said she was going to bed, then I let the cats out of our bedroom, lowered my phone brightness, and faked going to sleep. I just laid there in bed for the entire night, bored, but I definitely did not fall asleep. I made sure to make timestamps every 30 minutes on my phone through Discord just to be sure. I marked down every noise my cats made. One cat had jumped down from something and made a little sound at 3:18 a.m., and one ate food relatively quietly by the bedroom door at 4:57 a.m. Other than that, nothing happened. Sure enough, my wife slept from 11 p.m. until 9 a.m., and that morning she claimed she had woken up at least 7 times to open doors and from cat noises and cats jumping on her. At this point I was pissed because she was clearly lying to me. I was exhausted and fed up with the lies, so I just bluntly called her out on it. I told her, "That's funny. I stayed up all night to monitor the cats, and they weren't even in the room at all last night. I have timestamps and everything. So you've been lying to me and trying to convince me to get rid of my cats? Why?" She just sat there quietly shaking and looking pissed, then got up and left without answering. She came back hours later and ignored me whenever I talked, and when I asked her how I'm the bad guy in this situation, she finally said that I was treating her like a child by lying about sleeping and staying up all night just to see if she was lying or not, and that making timestamps and everything as if I was an investigator was going too far and makes me an obsessive a-hole. I did it because she was threatening to make me get rid of my cats or she'd leave me, and her claims didn't add up. So, am I an obsessive a-hole? Some comments from OP. She had cats of her own for years. She had known me and my cats for 4 years before we got married, and now she's been around them for 10 years. Never had any problems with them, even made good comments about how they liven up the place. Yeah, small apartment. Living area, bedroom, and bathroom. She refuses to sleep with the doors open, so keeping them open wasn't an option to keep the cats from wanting in/out. We're just under 30, her a little younger than I. Neither of us do recreational drugs, thought she's on antidepressants. You are correct. I didn't want to comment in this thread anymore, but I'll reply this once. As you said, I never said I always kept them out of the room at night. The cats like to go in/out of every room in the apartment whenever they just feel like it. Midday we keep the doors open and they roam free. At night we leave them where they are usually, and if they start trying open a door, we let them in. It just so happens that night I ran the test, I let them both out of the bedroom specifically so I could see how often they made loud noises/begged to enter/exit the room. They never tried to get in. Maybe they normally make more noise. It's possible. That's not the issue, though. She lied about them making noise/being annoying that night. That was the big event. Also, to clarify on the communication argument, I did try to talk to her when she claimed that she got up to deal with the cats at 1 and 3. Her response was there is nothing to talk about, saying I was wrong and that she definitely got up at 1 and 3. Communication happened. The problem of this post that is confusing a lot of people is this subreddit's character limit of 3,000. I got it to exactly 2,999 characters. I cannot edit it or add more as a sub-comment either, or I could be banned. So, sorry for the confusion. Also, I'm not denying that I did anything wrong. You can say what I did wasn't the nicest step to take. It's just this commenter's go back to high school comment was very childish and unnecessary. Small update in the comments. Well, she's gone for now. By that, I mean I kicked her out of the house. Why? Because she's been in the bedroom for hours now, watching YouTube, refusing to talk to me about what's happened. A few minutes ago, one of the cats started meowing and scratching to get into the room. Within seconds of him doing that, she ran over to the door and kicked it really hard and screamed, "This is all your fault. F off." It scared the crap out of the cat and he hid under the couch. I opened the door and asked her what her deal was, that it could have hurt the cat, and she said good. F the cat. So I told her to get out of the house and go find somewhere to stay for a while. She tried to cry her way out of the situation, but I told her I had enough. I'm done. She had every opportunity to talk to me, and now she's screaming at the cats and kicking doors and scaring them. I tried to listen and offered help, but she wanted none of it. Too late. As she was leaving, I told her she can call me when she's calmed down and willing to talk. I'm just so drained at this point. I tried. I gave her a chance to talk before all of this, and she insisted there was nothing to talk about. I may not have handled it the most mature/healthy way, sure, but I tried. Maybe this can be fixed, maybe not. I had hope a few hours ago, now I just, whatever. I'm so sorry. I think I'm done replying for now. Just so much going on. So much to think about. Too many trollish comments and messages, too many people coming up with conspiracy theories, too many people who can't read or bother to check my comments. It's all so tiresome. Life is fun, though. Update 1. My wife has been Baker acted. She did not hurt herself, just said something concerning in public. I got a call from the hospital this morning, asking me to head over for some family therapy. Apparently she finally wanted to talk. I'll be honest, I'm pretty pissed at the reason why she's been so hateful towards my cats. It's absolutely asinine. It's nothing that anyone had suggested. She's not cheating. She's not sick physically or mentally. She's not bored of the relationship and looking for an out. According to her, one of the cats stepped on her laptop and ruined a story she was writing. She's hated both cats ever since. I mean, that sucks, but it's not worth trying to emotionally blackmail me into getting rid of them. I asked her why she didn't just tell me the truth and why she'd been lying and refused to talk about it when I'd asked. Her answer was because you wouldn't have gotten rid of them otherwise. And explained that when she saw I wasn't willing to abandon them for her, she took offense and made it a goal to have me pick her over them. Sickening. Don't know why she actually admitted to it all. The woman with us asked me how I felt about all of it, and I just told the truth. I told her it was a nice run, but I'm probably going to want a divorce. I was asked why, and I told them. I've seen a new hateful, malicious side of her that I want nothing to do with. She was so set on getting rid of the cats over a fanfiction being ruined that she manipulated her husband. My wife started shouting at me that I've betrayed her and that I'm scum for choosing animals over her. At least cats don't give ultimatums like she gave. It sucks that she's been Baker acted and all, I guess, but it's for the best right now. She'll have time to process it all in a safe environment and hopefully come to terms with it. Bad husband, I know. I'm almost sure I'm going for divorce. I'm very worried about having her in the same house as my cats. I want my cats safe. I don't want to worry about them being harmed or disappearing. Screw that. I guess I'll do what almost all of you suggested, keep the cats, rehome the wife. Not how I wanted it to end, but life isn't always nice. If I may, I want to clear up some things from the original post. I did not stare at her all night. We have a mute TV with subtitles playing every night. I subtly watch TV while paying attention to the cat sounds. I'm not allowed to install cat doors, and she won't let me keep the doors open. Apartment rules. Why did I instantly assume she was lying? I'm unfamiliar with mental health/diseases. I know about some diseases, but ones that make you think your dreams happened? Tumors that make you see/hear/remember non-existent things? Sorry that I wasn't aware of those possibilities. So when someone tells me events happened when they literally didn't, I generally assume they're lying. Shame on me. Update 2. It's over. A divorce is inevitable. She went full psycho. I thought her being Baker acted would help. I'm sorry if this is all so confusing. Right after the last update, I left her a message saying that I'll be here to support her if she wants me to, and that if she wants her items, she'll have to meet me at the apartment. I figured she'd read it when she got released. After she was released from the hospital, she texted me, "I'm getting my crap." I told her that her old key won't work anymore and that I got off work in an hour and could let her in to grab her things. She replied, "I don't think so." I rushed home from work to find my bedroom window smashed. I live on the second floor with no balcony. She had broken the window and somehow climbed the outer wall to enter the window. She took her laptop, headphones, and on her way out she had destroyed the cat litter box and the cat tree/bed. I also couldn't find any of their toys anywhere. Thank you to those of you who advised me to have my sister watch my cats for a while. The cats are safe with her, and she doesn't know where my sister lives. I called her and she instantly declined the call and texted me what? I told her to pay to replace what she damaged/stole, and she tried to be clever by responding with no amount of money can fix what damage you caused. I didn't take anything either. You owe me a new laptop. I never even mentioned her laptop was gone, so it's obvious she was lying yet again. Thankfully we have a tile account that lets us track items, and we both have tiles in our cars. I found her car in a Walmart parking lot, and through the window I could see all of the stolen items, along with her laptop and headphones. I just straight up called the police at this point. Long story short, we're going to be spending a lot of time in court. Mental illness or not, I have no sympathy for her anymore. She broke into my apartment, stole crap, lied about it, and tried to get me to pay for her crap. That's ignoring the fact that she destroyed the litter box and cat tree. I'm 100% certain that if the cats were home at the time, she would have hurt, killed, or kidnapped them. I do know that divorce is guaranteed. I'd also like a restraining order and money back for what she damaged, but that might be too much. I'm just so done. I feel defeated. I didn't even want to update. I didn't want to deal with more messages about how she or my cats deserve death, or this didn't happen. I haven't had the will to do much of anything. I've even called out of work multiple days in a row. I just lay around the house thinking of what I could have done different. Was there a better ending for everyone? Anyway, I hope this is the last update. I really do. I just want it to stop, please. Thank those of you who have supported me through nice comments or advice or even sharing your own similar experiences. It's nice to know I'm not exactly alone. Thank you. Comments from OP. I have officially moved as of a few days ago. I'm currently paying for rent at 2 places, because the place I lived at I had signed a contract that if I were to leave before the lease ended, that I'd need to continue to pay rent until the assigned date. It's expensive, but I'm safe. I already handed the keys over to the complex, and they confirmed with me that as of a few days ago I'm no longer responsible for the state of the apartment, so luckily if she damages anything or breaks in from this point forward, I won't be held accountable financially. Update 3. It's been a while. I'm doing better, for anyone curious. My cats and I have moved into a new place and only my side of the family knows where I live. I've documented everything, and I finally feel safe. She contacted my family by showing up at their home and threatened to sue me and fight a legal battle for ownership of my cats unless they told her where I moved to. Yes, she threatened to fight for custody of my cats that she abused. I have no idea why. My family didn't fold, because she basically threatened them with an easy win for me. Quite a few people that once sided with her are now apologizing to me after seeing how she's been acting. I had to quit my job because she kept causing trouble for the company and they gave me the option to either quit on my own terms or be fired. I have a new, better job that nobody else knows about, and a lot of friends and family to support me. I'm still a bit frustrated by all of this and get nervous when I get anonymous calls, but overall I feel much happier now. I even have someone interested in me, but honestly I still need time before I consider anything of the sort. I don't want to drag someone else into stalking drama. Thank you to those who asked for an update and who have supported me/given proper advice. I really appreciate it. I'm sure this will be my last update unless something else wacky happens. Peace. Final update. I didn't plan on ever updating again, nor even looking at this account again. That being said, a bunch of people on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter seemingly read my posts to their audiences recently, so out of nowhere my emails were flooded with notifications from this account. Not really what I wanted to deal with, being reminded of the messy events I went through, but it is what it is. I gave one person permission to relay the story on a small podcast or something many months ago, and that was it. Sorry if I sound frustrated, as the memories being forcefully brought back are not exactly happy ones. It's not as if I enjoyed divorcing my supposed life partner after being manipulated/blackmailed by them. It was a miserable time of my life, but I did what I needed to for the safety of my cats. My update is neither happy nor sad. Honestly, nobody really won here. My cats were hurt and frightened by all of this. Having been kicked at, moving from place to place to place, losing someone that they for a long while considered their mother/friend. They haven't been as playful as they used to be, and the youngest one had been urinating around the house. The vet said it's a behavioral thing. She knows what happened and believes that to be why he's doing that. My ex-wife has been homeless/couch surfing wherever she can. All I know is from a mutual friend. She got into drug usage from someone who let her stay at their place, and I don't even need to explain how that negatively impacted her considering she clearly already had issues. I don't know much of anything else, other than she never got mental help, because she refused it when offered. She also apparently uses an altered telling of the events that happened as a way of gaining sympathy from people. I myself have a decentish newer job after I had to quit my old one because of her. I lost all those amazing benefits and such great pay. Luckily I have a new girlfriend. We'd been debating on dating for a while, and a few weeks back we decided to try it. We're having fun for the most part, but I still have bouts of anxiety and trust issues after everything that happened. When she first told me she saw my cat urinating on the carpet, I almost had a panic attack and started questioning her. After I calmed down, I felt terrible. I've been going to therapy and I've recently started meds for a bunch of mental issues likely caused by all of this, so hopefully I'll be back to normal some point soon. As you can see, nobody won. Everyone is struggling in some way. It sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. I really don't want to focus on this much further. I'm going to keep notifications on for like maybe a day, then I'm turning them off and probably never coming back here again. I'm sorry if this update isn't what you hoped for, but it is what it is. I'm sorry. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure like, comment, share and subscribe the channel Relationship Drama Stories.